Good morning, study vlog. Welcome to another week of me studying for organic chemistry. This is the way that life goes sometimes. You don't want to study. I decided instead of just doing it quiz by quiz, for the last month of classes, I will be just doing it week by week because we have so much due within these weeks. It is currently 8 a.m. I am headed to class. I have not looked at anything this past weekend. I don't even know what we have due this week, so when we get out of class, I am going to go to a coffee shop for a few hours and just figure that out. I'm not that worried because we ended last week with a quiz and test corrections, so I feel like we shouldn't really have anything due until like maybe Wednesday, but watch something we do tomorrow, and then I'm scrambling. Either way, I'm gonna go to class and the coffee shop, and I will see you guys after all that and kind of update you on what my week will look like. You guys want to see why I get to class or get to school so early? Besides finding parking, this right here, sitting in my car, doors locked. Yes, I just locked them. Just scrolling on TikTok is what I do best.
Hi, love. It is really
my dog after Pico.
Is there anyone that could...
Coffee shop. I just decided to go to like a random one. Actually, I've been here before. They have really good, I've been here plenty of times. Why am I explaining this? Anyways, I like their bagels that they have with cream cheese, and it's like pretty close by like the school. Class was fine today. I actually at the end of class got really motivated to study because he started talking about biology stuff, and I love studying biology. If it would have been anatomy, which I don't even know how you would incorporate anatomy into O-chem, I'm sure you could, but like I probably would have just stayed in the lecture hall and just studied. So I'm actually really motivated to study now just because I know that once I get to that chapter I'll be having a good time. So that's great for me. I always feel like I feel my best on Mondays, despite like Monday slump days or whatever. Like it's really hard to get up, but like I'm my most motivated to get the most work done at the beginning of the week, and then like as we progress through the week, like things tend to, go down. I'm gonna go in here. It seems like it's a ton of people. Oh no. Anyways, I will update you guys on how my studying goes. Guys, I'm home. The drive home was rough. Everybody and their mother wanted to drive the speed of actual molasses. Actual molasses. And I had people pull out in front of me, switches. You know what? I feel like it should be normalized that pulling out in front of people is actually so nasty and so rude. Like, you think that me honking my horn at you or giving you an ugly look or riding your tail is rude? How about the fact that you pulled out in front of me? That's nasty. That's rude. It's got me. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Sick. Like, you have enough confidence to pull out in front of a car going, I don't know, over 45 miles per hour? But then you want to holler about something. Oh, you're being so rude. You're being so nasty. You're being so rude. No. You're being nasty and you're being rude since you want to pull out in front of me. That's rude. I would never pull out in front of somebody. And then to not even go to speed limit, that's a, ooh. I'm set off. That's nasty and that's rude. But you know what? I had a good time, sort of, at the coffee shop. It took me a long time to get through one lecture, and I still have about 2 more on this chapter. So that's what I'll be doing, but it's time for my break. Oh, I gotta pee. Okay, like I was saying, actually I wasn't saying, I was complaining, but that I come where there's some natural light to just calm my nerves. I'm gonna take a break for a few. Probably just like watch. I've limited myself to 2 YouTube videos a day. So I have to choose wisely. And I'm gonna watch one right now. It's a podcast. I'm excited for this one. Anyways, I'm probably gonna watch this podcast and I'm not really hungry, so don't really want a snack. So hopefully I don't go to sleep. Then after this, I'm gonna try to get through another video lecture and then I wanna go for a walk. I kind of wanna go to the gym, but I'm going tomorrow because I'm starting my running journey, which I'll talk about that more in a vlog. But yeah, I'm excited. I've wanted to start running long distances or semi-long distances for a while, but it really, like, I haven't done anything above like 2 miles, which I feel like that's long. Some people are like, that's not long. It's long for me. I haven't done anything more than like 2 miles since like college. Like that's when I was running like 3-4 college, high school. So that's interesting. But I'm excited. What else was I gonna say? But my plan and my goal is I really don't have that much to do this week, but I want to start studying like past material because I'm pretty sure we have our exam. We have our exams back to back. I've talked about this. It's the last week of April, which is also my birth week. So that'll be exciting. But yeah, I just need to study like past chapters that we went over. So chapter 24 and chapter 25, which I did last week. I like want to go over those. And then I need to start going over like exam 1, exam 2, which we just had. But yeah, so goal, take a break, watch YouTube video, do another lecture, go for a walk, go to the gym, do another lecture. Then I want to do a few of my homework problems tonight. And then that will set me up beautifully for tomorrow. Was I gonna hide this from you guys? Maybe. Am I gonna hide it now? No. I haven't done any work for the past few hours, which it's 3:52. I watched like 2 podcast videos. Then I watched the eclipse, which was pretty cool. I mean, what I could see of it anyways. But I'm just now sitting down to start studying. And I only have a little bit of this candle that I like to light. Burnt the sides last time, so let's go. Let's get it while we can get it, folks. Candle is lit, and we are going to finish this lecture before we go on a walk. And I really want to go on a walk today because it just feels good to have your mind just be at peace and be cleared. And that's what walking does for me. So let's get started. Guys, I'm gonna need to make a second coffee. Like I told myself once I got halfway through this video, I would come back and reevaluate if I needed a coffee. And it's evident that I do. I'm just so like tired, and probably because I went to bed super duper late last night. I was helping Callie with this project that she has. Ironically, it was editing that she needed help with, and editing just takes a long time anyways, and she wanted to do it herself. And so yeah, I think I'm just going to make my basic latte. Like, my at-home latte is pretty good. But sometimes I like to do a cold brew. But honestly, I don't have that much time because it's already 4:43 and I really want to go outside for a walk. I think I'm going to go make that because I'm in a good little pausing place. I have 20 minutes left of this video. So if I can just make the coffee, buckle down, drink the coffee, go for my walk, burn off some of that energy, shower. I might save the second lecture that I have to do, or like the last lecture that I have to do for tomorrow, and then just do the homework problems. I'm just so tired. It's just, I don't really it's not that I don't understand, it's just like, what is the point of some of the stuff that we're learning? I'm like, Homo, lumo, fine. I understood why we needed to know it for the first set of information for the first exam. But what the frick does homo and lumo have to do with freaking dyings and Diels alder reactions? And now I'm over here learning about how they can only be in cis formation. They can't, or S cis formation. They can't be in S transformation. And if they're locked in, it's faster. Like, no wonder why I literally felt so demotivated the past few lectures, because this junk is just putting me in an awful mood. Like, I was so happy in class today when we were learning something sort of biology related, and now I'm back to this. Sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm just so blessed to receive an education, and I really do like studying, and I really do like learning. I just prefer to learn things that I actually want to learn. But you know what? It's all part of the grind. It's all part of the grind. It's all part of the grind. That's what I keep telling myself. Let's go make a coffee. I would take you guys with me, but you know what? I'll take you. For the funsies. For the vlog. For the vlog. You'll come. It's very loud downstairs though. My dad's watching something. Coffee's made. Use the restroom. It's 5 o'clock. Time be moving quick. My candle's almost done. Anyways, let's get to it. See you guys in, it's going to be way more than 20 minutes, but I have 20 minutes left of this lecture. So, see you guys and I'll let you know the time. 5:17 and the lighting is so bad because I'm facing away from it. 5:17 and I just finished. So I'm going to sit here and probably enjoy my coffee and just stare off into space and then go for a walk. And then I'll probably save the last lecture for tomorrow. I don't really have anything to do tomorrow, so it'll be good for me to have a lecture or something to get through. I definitely want to get started on the homework. I don't know how that process is going to go because there's not one single thing besides the general mechanism for a, how do you even say it? A Diels alder. That is the only thing that I understand in chapter 26. The only thing. So with that being said, I should probably start on the homework tonight and give myself 3 days to work on it instead of my normal half and half. And I have to help my sister again with a project. Love that for me. Catch up with you guys later. Mwah. Let's go for a walk. I'm thinking about going to Target after my walk because I really want this book. And I've been putting it off, like getting it, and it's not at Barnes. So I'm going to see if my Target has it, maybe. Good morning, vlog. I just got back from the gym. I'm eating a waffle, and I'm about to make some cold brew while I wait for my body to recover so I can shower. Enjoy this clip of me making coffee for the rest of the week. Okay, to fill you guys in on, because I kind of just left y'all abruptly last night, I apologize, but mentally, I wasn't doing okay. I really wasn't. This morning I woke up in the same funk. So I was like, let me just take these moments to myself and try to figure it out. So I need to fill you guys in on what I did. Pretty much, hold on, let me get to my room. Okay. What happened last night? Excuse me. What happened last night? Yeah, all the last clip that you saw me setting was all I ended up doing for the night. I just got in my head about the future. Isn't that just so fun? Like, love that for me. And I woke up kind of in the same mood this morning, but I started my couch to 5K journey, which was actually pretty good. I messed up on the instructions today. The first day, if you guys are curious, it's run a minute, walk a minute and a half for 20 minutes. The app that I use, I put 20 rounds. But if you do the math, that is actually 40 something minutes, over 45 minutes. So it started to dawn on me about round 5. I was like, oh, I could definitely do it. No problem. Like, it's not even that hard. Round 10, which is what I should have ended on, like around, maybe like round 10, anywhere between 10 and like 13, 14, 15 is where I should have ended, minute-wise. Around that time, I was like, yo, it is getting hard. I am tired. I'm sweaty. All the things. But I pushed through. Gosh. But I pushed through because I wanted to see what the app would do, like, when I finished. So, yeah. So, I actually did 2 days worth of the Couch to 5K challenge in 1 day. But it was honestly good for me. I feel like I sweated out. Not what's been going on. I feel like this is just a little piece of wisdom because it has to do with studying in school and life. Piece of wisdom. What do I know? Take this with a grain of salt. But I feel like when you listen to like people on like podcasts or like sermons, if you're religious, I am, you hear them saying, okay, like you need to surrender and give your problems to God. And I thought like growing up, especially when I was younger, when I was in college and even like a year or two ago, I thought that like once you give it to God, you surrender it, like that's it. Like you're not really gonna have to deal with it anymore. Like it'll still be there, but like it won't be as bad. Why did no one tell me? I am a newfound believer that you have to surrender things multiple times. Like, I don't know. I used to think, oh, like, it's because I'm picking it back up. But, like, maybe, like, it just is one of those things that, like, it's one of those trials and tribulations that's going to bring you closer to God. You know what I'm saying? Like, He lets you go through things that strengthens your walk and your relationship with Him. So, I don't know. I used to just think that when I surrendered things to Jesus, that was it. Like, oh, wipe my hands clean. And I feel like that's how the message was preached to me. And it is very much not that. You have to get on your hands and knees, surrender it multiple times. I don't know how many times. I'll let you guys know. But we're going on 3 years at this point. 4 years. Some stuff is like 7, 8. Like, I feel like it's just, this is what it is. Every day when you get up, you have to surrender and relinquish control over your life. If you're a type A person like me, I like to control everything. I like to plan it. I like to write it out. I like to know what's going to happen 1 day from now, a week from now, a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 10 years from now. Like, I want to know because I don't like being bamboozled. I don't like being caught off guard. I don't like being embarrassed. I don't like being not even shown up, but just like caught off guard is the best way to explain it. And I feel like in this season, He's teaching me that there's no shame in the game of being caught off guard and embarrassed. In fact, it probably makes us more human and more empathetic towards our other brothers and sisters in Christ. So that's what I'm learning. And it's not one of those things where like, oh, I have all the answers. Like, this is just what I have to do each and every day. Like, no. Like, last night I was like, I don't care. Do you not see me struggling? Do you not see me struggling? Like, I hear what everyone's saying, but like, no. And it's hard. Like, some moments I'm like, no, like, God's peace is surrounding me. His wisdom is within me, and His strength is what's holding me up. Like, I'm good. And then other days I'm like, I have nothing kind or nice to say. So I'm not going to say anything at all. And that's how last night was. And that's how this morning was. Which is why I didn't bring out the camera, because you're supposed to talk in a vlog. Anyways, so yeah. Today, I do know that we have to make up for last night just a little bit. But I did good yesterday. I need to watch the last lecture, do half of the homework problems, and I'm probably going to try to do as many of the homework problems as I can today just because I don't have anything else to do. And yeah, that's my plan. And I'm going to motivate myself by going to get this book that I really want from Target. I talked about it yesterday. It's Janine Amapola, her new book that she just released. I was going to order it off Amazon, but like I want it in my hands now. Like I could have pre-ordered it, but like I feel like half of the fun of getting a new book is like going into the bookstore. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they don't have it at my Barnes, which I did go in there on the day that it released to look to see if they had it, and they didn't have it at my Barnes and Nobles. And I looked like all around the section that it should have been in. So I'm pretty sure they just didn't have it. So I'm going to go to Target. If they don't have it, then I guess I'll order it, because how else am I supposed to get it? But yeah, that's going to be my motivation for the day. I feel good-ish at the moment. So yeah, I'm just going to keep rocking with the vibes. And I think I'm going to shower. I'm going to do about 6 homework problems to start off with. That'll kind of get me like reviewing my lecture notes, because you have to like look through them and be able to do them. I know what chapter 26 is on, but like I don't know how we're gonna get asked questions. I don't know. We spent so much time on Homo Lumo yesterday. I was just like, what is this? And then I'll probably take a break, eat lunch, and start the process over, watch the lecture, do the rest of my homework questions, and I need to edit today. So those are the plans work-wise this week, or today. Okay, hello guys. It's been, I don't even know how long it's been. When did I start? Like 10? Did I start like, I don't know. I don't know what time I started, but it's 11:25 right now. I am at 1/4 of the way through with the questions. So I'm on I just finished question 6 out of 24, and I am starved. That's probably why I'm talking like this. So I'm gonna go downstairs and fix, I don't know. I guess I should probably do a lunch. Like, I kind of just want a snack because I want to get back to work kind of quickly. So, I don't know what I'm going to get. I'm deciding between making myself like a yogurt bowl or making myself like a salad. I guess salad is more of a lunch. Yeah, I'm going to go downstairs and make a quick yogurt bowl. And when I need a little bit longer of a break, I'll probably take a lunch. It's not going terribly, but I still don't know, like, what's going on. Like, I think I'm overcomplicating it in my head. But it seems too simple. Like, too... Oh. I don't understand the Homo Lumo dienes and dienophiles, though. Like, I just... So, okay. Just thought I'd give you a little update. Don't give up, folks, because on your 11th attempt, you could be correct. As you can see, oh my gosh, the lighting is actually so putrid. There we go. Okay, as you can see, it just took me 11 attempts to get number 12 right. Or is this number 11? This is number 12. It's number 11. Why did I skip one? I didn't skip one on my thing, but I skipped it in my notes by accident. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix this real quick for when I come back, because I'm taking a well-deserved break. I was just sitting there like, I hate stereochemistry. But like, just because something looks like it's the same to your eyes doesn't mean that it's the same in space. In literal 3D space. I had to bring out the glasses because my head started to hurt. Like my eyes started to hurt. Like they weren't focusing. And that was the signal that I needed to take a break. Probably like 30 minutes ago. Yeah, around 1. It's 1:30 right now. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to push through and get at least halfway because then I can like take a little bit of a longer break. I don't even know what I'm going to do on my break because I don't know. Like I have the hardest time taking breaks because like what do you do? Like I don't want to go for a walk. I just ran. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch like a podcast or something, but I always end up like going to sleep. So like I really don't want to get in the bed. And like, yeah, I could clean, but like, I don't want to clean. I need to let everything charge up anyways though. So, oh, I had that on for a reason. Yeah, but that's how it's been going. It's been going okay. Like, I don't know. You guys know how studying is. It's just draining sometimes. But yeah, if I can get done. Oh, I didn't even write in my planner today. Okay, I need to blow out this candle. Give me a second. It's scaring me. Did you know you're not supposed to light a candle for like over 4 hours? Anybody know that? So like when it looks like this, you need to blow it out. Like if it's too much liquid. So I just let that solidify so I can light it again, or I'll light a different one. Oopsies. I need to charge up my iPad. And yeah, I'm definitely taking a break. Like my head is doing that like squeeze thing when you've been like looking at something for too long. Like my brain feels like it's squeezing itself. Productive study session number 1. Yay. Yay. But I definitely need to keep pushing and get some more work did. Homework due tomorrow. Quiz on Friday. Again, you know what? I was editing the video that I posted yesterday, which was my chapter 16 week. And we had our first Friday quiz, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hate Fridays. Like, hopefully this is the last one. Why does this thing not focus? Why are you not focused? Oh, in that vlog, chapter 16 week or whatever, I was like, I really don't... Why are we struggling to focus? This is actually making me... It's setting me off. I have to go. Just know that it was funny because we kept having chapter we kept having quizzes on Friday. I have to go because this camera's literally about to make me so angry. Goodbye. Okay, guys, I figured out what I was going to do at my time. I was like, you know what? I'll watch Miraculous, but let me skip through a few episodes because, you know, it really is like the same plot over and over again. So I skipped from the beginning of season 4 to the end of season 5. Tell me why I know nothing that's going on. I gotta go back because I'm bamboozled. I was on episode 24. Shadow Moth sets his final attack. This show is good. But since when did Marina and Adrian... Oh, let me not spoil it for anybody that watches it. But like, this is a show that I could like skip a few episodes in. Like, I didn't need to watch every episode. And now I gotta go back. Wow, they really developed. Honestly though, I don't really feel like watching TV. Like, I don't know what to do on my breaks. Like, that's always been my problem. Maybe I should read a book. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to read this. I've been wanting to read this book. I think I'm gonna read it. Because why the frick not? I'm supposed to be taking a break from words. Okay, I'm gonna read The Sour Grape, and I'll see you guys when it's time to study again. It's been many hours later, and I'm going to go make something to eat. It actually hasn't been that long. It's been like 2 hours. But I'm hungry, so I'm going to go make something to eat, and then probably try to do half of the questions that I have left, go for a walk, and then I'll maybe do the other half, maybe watch a lecture, maybe just go to bed. Who knows? It's so weird, just like being in your house all day. Like, I have the urge to leave, but leave and go where? Like, I was like, oh, let me go get a coffee. But like, I don't need to go get a coffee. Like, I have coffee at the house. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm so conditioned to go, go, go. And I'm really just trying to go with this new flow and season of life of just being still, relaxing. And it causes me to be in my head a lot, which sometimes is not so good for me, like last night. But I don't know. I think I just have to get used to it because, like, I really don't need to go out and purchase anything. I do want to go to Target and get that book. But I don't know. Even that is just like, it could probably wait another day. Like a day where I'm already out and about. It's just weird. Like, I literally will not have, like, after, I don't think I'm going to go anywhere today. Like, the farthest I went was to the gym, which is, like, I kid you not, it's so ridiculously close to my house that when I first had personal training sessions at this gym, I could have an appointment at, like, say, 9 a.m. I could leave my house at 8:57 and get there by 8:58. Like, it's so close. So, I don't know. It's just weird being in the same small little radius, but it's also just, I think, what needs to happen for me right now personally. Not getting deep again, twice in one day. This girl. Anyways, I was editing for a while. I don't know. I'm not really feeling the best about this video that I have. My goal with my YouTube channel was always just to, like, vlog, but sometimes I feel like that gets kind of boring. I don't know. Once again, in my head. Let's go make lunch. Or I'm gonna go make lunch. And I'll update you guys when I start studying again. I also have a test April 22nd. It doesn't feel like it. Is that next week? Okay, next week I have to start studying for my test. Actually, I have a test and a final. I have a test on Monday, final on Friday. Like, not this upcoming Monday, but, like, the next Monday. And then the next Friday. Next Friday. It's kind of stressful. Okay, bye. As you can see, I just got to question 18. That's 6 more questions done. And I think I have, 6 more to go? 24 minus 18 is 6. Right? Yep. So, I might try to do, I guess I have 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I think I might try to do 19, 20, and 21 before I go to bed. Because 22 is a multi-step problem that has 5 different pieces. Ooh! So we'll leave that for future Erica to deal with. But right now I'm about to go for a little walk. If I don't see you guys again today, I'll be back tomorrow. We did a lot of studying today. My brain honestly feels like it's on fire. I do really need to go through that lecture. So maybe I don't know what I'm going to do. I always say after my walk, I'm going to, come back and do stuff. But the good thing is I already ate dinner. So, I don't need to eat anything. Maybe, a snack. But if I don't come back, I'll see you guys in the morning if I do. Or if I, do anything, I'll let you guys know. Just got out of class. Now I'm about to quickly drink this and then go into the gym with my sister. Class was exactly what you would have expected. Horrid. I take back what I said about how we were learning something that we learned about in biology. We went in a totally different direction, which I should have known, because even though chemistry and biology have overlap, they pretty much just use the same titles for everything. And you just go in different directions, but over it. That's how I feel about this class. Like, I have to put in, and this is like, you know, what you probably have to do with every class. So I don't know why I'm sitting here complaining. But I have to put in so much work outside of class to understand what he talks about in class. I'll see y'all after the gym. Guys, I'm back from the gym. I'm literally so hot, so sweaty. Callie wants to go to Chick-fil-A. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm honestly not in the mood to study. Like, I thought the workout would take away some of my anger from just learning this stuff, but it didn't. So, I don't know. Maybe by the time that I, like, cool off or whatever, I'll be cooled off internally. That's all I have. My plan, though, is to go to Chick-fil-A, come back home, put in a hair mask because I need to wash my hair. I'm like sweating like crazy and it looks straight, but like home skillet is on her last leg and that's fine. I just want to use that new tool that I got. Wash my hair, or like put in the hair mask, do homework problems, maybe watch a lecture, and then I'll shower and get ready right before I have to go back to campus. Which is insane that I have to go back to campus soon. Network outage. Oh my gosh. They're experiencing a network outage. Does that affect me right now, since I'm not on campus? Guys, I'm so tired. The show must go on. Look at my hair. I look actually crazy. I'm about to put in this hair mask. I really liked it last time. One thing about getting back into working out, I feel like when you first start, like, you were exhausted after your workout. Like, I could really take a nap. So what I think I'm gonna do is, while I let this hair mask sit in, I'll probably let it sit in for quite some time, like maybe like 30 minutes or so. I always let my hair mask sit in a little bit longer than like the instructions, just because I have thick hair. So in my mind, I'm like, in order for it to penetrate the way that it would on the instructions, I need to leave it longer. That's what I tell myself. Anyways, I'm gonna can you not? Good night. I'm going to I really need to get done with my homework. That way I'm not stressing about it tonight. So I'm going to try to finish that up before I take my shower. But I have to take my shower no later than 1:30. So I think I have about an hour. 1:30, 2 o'clock. Because I have to go back on campus by, like, I have to leave to go on campus by like 2. I think. Right? I don't even know. I have to leave to go on campus by 2:30 for my tutoring session at 3. And then I guess I'm going to go to the teacher question session. I didn't go last week because I was stressed, but I'm going to go this week because we only have, like, I think 2 more left after this. So I might as well go to the last 2 or last 3. I just really want to take a nap, and I just realized when I said my schedule out loud, there's no room for a nap unless I get these homework problems done, like, super duper quickly, which I'm not even gonna assume that that's what's gonna happen. I'm like watching this YouTube video of this girl going through med school exams, and bro, the way that life really just does revolve around your exams, like when they come. I feel like that's why I'm not this stressed this week, because my exam isn't like next week, but next week it will be the next week, if that makes sense. So, alright, let me finish this up off camera because she's just going about as well as you think. Alright, see you guys soon. Bye. basically finished my homework. The last question, the last part of the last question, I cannot figure out. So I'm just going to go to the question session like I was planning to and either ask for help or somebody will ask for help and then just finish it there. It's literally the last thing that I have to do. I've been stuck on it for 30 minutes. It's 1:25. I'm gonna shower, wash my hair, and then get ready to go to tutoring. So that ought to be fun. I really just want to like shower and then get in the bed, but I know that that's not good for me. I just finished getting ready and I was like, oh my gosh, I get to lay down, and I looked at the time and it's 2:22. It was 2:19 when I looked at the time, like I was getting dressed. And now I'm like, I should probably just go downstairs, make my coffee, and go out the door. But like I genuinely just want to be sat. But I'm not going to do that because if I get in the bed now, it's a wrap for real. I've been trying to encourage myself to drink as much water as possible. Because maybe like a week and a half ago, I only drank water for a few days. And my skin was glowing after that. Like, when I tell you glowing, like glowing. But the problem with drinking a lot of fluids and water is you end up having to pee a lot. I read this thing that was like, oh, if you're peeing a bunch while you're drinking water, like, you need electrolytes. Where does one purchase electrolytes? Why do we have to add things to our water? Like, is no one else tired of this consumerism? Because I am. Tonight when I get back from school, I need to wash these headphone covers because they're absolutely sweaty and disgusting. But I'm like, maybe I should wash them after my run tomorrow. You know, that cold brew that I made yesterday, I'm gonna drink some of that. Probably not gonna take it in though. I literally cannot stand when I have to carry a water bottle around with me. Like, and I can't like sit it down or like I like get grossed out. Like, I will not take my Stanley into a classroom ever. Probably would have done it when I was in college, but now, no. Oh, I need to put these. Okay, I'll see you guys once I'm in the car because I can't even think. The bed's calling my name. Guys, I have made it back home, and we know that when I go to this second teacher session, I normally leave feeling like absolute just crap. It normally wears off in like an hour. I got done at 6:30. I don't think it's gonna wear off today, and let me tell you why. The whole time I'm sitting there, do you want to know what song is going through my head? Lacey by Olivia Rodrigo. That statement right there should tell you everything you need to know. Do you ever just feel like it's not even about not smart enough. It's like no matter what you do, no matter what you try, you'll just never be good enough. That's so sad. That's so vulnerable. But like, to be honest, that's how I was sitting there feeling. I was like, bro, like, I study all the freaking time. Like, it is literally my job. Like, my job is to study. That's how much I study. Like, and I feel like I show a pretty good job on this channel of how much I study. But, like, truly, a short day of studying for me is maybe, like, 4 to 6 hours. That's, like, a short day. Like, I study every single day, pretty much. I don't think there's a day that goes by that I don't look at some type of material that is preparing me for my future occupation. Like, it is just so draining. You don't ever know anybody else's story. But in my head, my brain tries to trick me, and it's like, bro, like, you see her, like, she just gets it. Like, she just gets it. And, like, even if she doesn't just get it, this is just a hypothetical situation. Even if this random person doesn't just get it, they still have it better than me. Like, what are they doing that I'm not? Like, what are they looking at? What are they writing down? How are they studying to the point where, like, they're coming in more prepared than me? Like, they're farther ahead. They're farther along than me. But, like, I'm still putting my heart and my soul into whatever it is I'm doing. But, like, then when I show up to the event, then when I show up to the function, it's like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't even really try compared to all these other people. Like, I just look dumb. Let me tell you. It's just so draining, and I'm really working on it. Like, I'm I'm trying to tell you guys, I have never had feelings of comparison or like, I don't want to say jealousy, but I guess it is jealousy in a way, just not like your typical, I don't know. I've never had these types of feelings until I turned 20. The day, and I always say this, the day that I turned 20, literally when the clock struck 12 a.m., things started going wrong. And things have been going wrong. And like, life is still great and there's so many blessings and there's so many good things that have happened along the way. But like, I'm just so overly aware of everything that I perceive to be my flaw. Like every single thing. It doesn't matter. Like literally my brain was telling me in the session, oh my gosh, like you need to go home. You need to write a game plan. You need to figure out how you're going to study for this third exam. Like you don't know anything that's on this third exam. And it's in like 3 weeks. Like what are you doing? Like tutoring ends next week. Like you need to sign up for at least 2 tutoring sessions. Like what are you doing? Like you don't know anything. Like why were you not studying all day every day? Like why are you going to the gym like when you could be studying? Why are you out spending time with your sister when you could be studying? Like wild accusations, first of all, because if I didn't do the things that I do now, I literally would be miserable and sad all the time. And I know that because I've done that. So like I'm doing what I need to do. It's just so hard not to look at someone else and just be like, wow, they have it all together and I don't, which I know. I always tell my sister, this is gonna sound so weird if you're not religious, but I always tell my sister, I'm like, you need to stop coveting your neighbor's wife. But I need to stop coveting my neighbor's wife, okay? I need to stay in my own lane, mind my own business, but it's just so hard to do in a study session, like a group, like with other people, or even like just looking at what other people have. Is just, it's some categories I could care less. Like I feel like a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, I feel like a big thing that people expect women to struggle with is looking at another girl's like physical features and comparing her physical features to yours. I'm not going to say that I don't have that comparison problem, because there's definitely days that I do, but like that's not my main struggle. My main struggle is looking at a girl and being like, wow, she gets up at 5, she does this, she eats healthy, she goes to the gym, and on top of that, she's like top of her class. Like the way that I want to be Paris Geller or Rory Gilmore is insane. It's insane to me. Like, and the way that if I get a question wrong, I don't really care if I get it wrong and no one else gets it right. But if I get it wrong and then someone will be like, actually it's this, I'm losing my marbles on the inside. Not even like in a hateful way towards that person. It's just like, what are you doing that I'm not? Like I work so hard and like I have nothing to show for it. That's dramatic. But like that's truly how I feel. And today it was just so bad. Like I don't even listen to the song Lacy by Olivia Rodrigo, but obviously it gets played a lot on TikTok, so that's how I know what I know. And my sister, I think she likes that song. Anyways, tell me why the lyrics to the song were just popping in my head. I have never listened to it on my phone. Maybe when her album first came out to see like which songs were I like, but like I have that's not something that I go to. It's insane. So now I'm drained, but at the same time, motivated by pure panic to start studying. So tomorrow's going to be a big study day for me. I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the night. I need to like calm down and chill out. But I just feel so inferior all the time. And like, when do I get out of this phase? When do I stop feeling like when does the clock strike back midnight for me and my life goes back to like that's not even a fair try to put on myself. But like, I don't know. I'm just ready for life to be happier. I'm just in a really, really big, steep, growing curve in every aspect of my life. Like everything. Physically, spiritually, emotionally, academically. Is that mentally? I don't even know. All the least, I'm in a huge learning growth curve. And it's like the lag phase. If you know that chart, like when do I get to hit? I don't even know if it's the lag phase. Maybe I'm at the stagnation. That's actually depressing because the next stage is, you know what? We're not going to use that chart. But like, when do I just get to like not be in this toxic headspace that I'm in as far as academics? And I know I'm not picking the best career path to go into if I'm struggling with that. I understand. I really understand. But there's got to be a healthy way to deal with these feelings, because I don't want to feel how I feel every single time I encounter a situation where there's someone who knows more than me, because that just sounds so bad. A situation where someone knows more in that moment than I do. Like, it's not even that deep, but like my brain is just literally playing tricks on me and I cannot take it. Like, and like I know, I tell myself all the rational things like, you don't know their story. Maybe they had this class before, or maybe they have a chemist in their family. Maybe they already talked to the teacher about the subject. Maybe they went home and studied really, really hard and put in the work to be able to come in and ask the questions that they need to ask. And like, obviously they're putting in the work because they sound smart, they sound elegant. And I'm like, and in no way, shape, or form bashing the people that are like answering these things, but it's like, I just want to be that. Which is so bad. It's like, there's no healthy way to go about it. Like, I understand that I'm sounding toxic, but I'm sharing this because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who feels like this. And some people may look at me and feel the same way. And I never want anyone to think that, because there is so much and so plentiful that is just, I don't know, and that I will never know, and things that I struggle with. But I definitely look at other people and assume that they have no struggles in life and that their life is perfect, which is not true either, because everybody struggles and everybody has things that they're not perfect at. But right now my brain is just like, I mean, the thoughts are going crazy right now. They're like, you don't need to be sitting here. Quit your whole vlog YouTube journey and study 24/8. Like, bus, not the club. You know that audio. I'm not even saying it right. But like, it's just so annoying. I'm gonna go inside. I will probably just see you guys in the morning, and I'll let you know what type of... I'm going to study tonight. I'm going to go and tell you guys that. I'm not going to pull out the camera anymore because I need to give my brain just time to run its course of just... I just don't need... I need to just let it go. It's in this ear, and it's waiting to come out the other without... You know what? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Good night. Goodbye. See you guys in the morning. Hi, guys. Long time no see. Not really. I mean, it literally is the next day, but it's evening time, and you guys know I normally like bring you along with me as soon as I open up my eyes. But to be honest, I'm just not in the mood to study is the best way to explain it, due to... It's like not even about school. It's just about my life in general. Just the path that it has decided to take, without getting too deep into this, because this is technically a study vlog. I wanted to explain to you how I'm going to combat this. I feel like I'm starting to get burned out and like tired of studying, which for me kind of like, it happens every once in a while because I study all the time. I don't know. I really genuinely just love learning and love studying the stuff that I study. Not so much chemistry, but like, you know, I enjoy the field that I'm in. So whenever I start to feel burned out, I normally can take like a day or two off and then like come back and be fine. The only problem is, technically I could take, you know, I have class tomorrow. I just have that quiz due, so I could take the weekend off, Saturday, Sunday. But next week is our last full week before we have our exam, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Yeah. So next Monday, we're a week out from our exam, and that means we're 4 days from our final, because our final is 4 days after our third exam. Crazy, I know. I don't know. I think that I'll be fine. I'm just really going through it. So I wrote down all of the topics for exam 3. My goal today is to... I looked up a bunch of videos yesterday with the YouTube person that I like to watch that does all the good videos. We have a quiz on chapter, 26? And then we have chapter 27 homework due Monday. So I feel like I should probably watch videos dealing with that stuff, and then I'll make my way back to chapter 24 and chapter 25. But I don't know. Honestly, I saved a lot of chapter 24 and 25 videos. I have... Is this radicals? Yeah. I think I only have like 2 or 3 videos on radicals. I think I'm going to try to stick to chapters 26 and 27. I still need to get through some lectures. And if chapter 27 homework is due, that means all those lectures I need to get through. So I really don't know. I just pulled out my camera to literally say hello and to just let you know where I am. Like, I understand that I need to work, but sitting in this chair right now has my heart racing. And due to me newly, like, getting back into working out and running, I cannot go for a walk today. Like, I mentally really want to go for a walk, but my body literally hurts so bad that I can't go for a walk. Like, I'd probably be limping, and it's raining. It's raining outside. I made the last of my cold brew that I made earlier in this vlog. So I genuinely don't know what I'm gonna get done. I might try to like motivate myself by saying like, okay, like watch this video, then you can do something fun. But I feel like that's the other thing too. I don't have anything to like relieve my stress. Like the book that I'm reading right now, I'm like 2 pages into it, so of course I'm not into it. But I don't think I want to read it. Like, it just seems not my type, but it's literally been on my list for so long. So I was thinking of starting like another book that I really wanted to read, but the problem with that book is I wanted to save it for when I was in the mood for something, and I'm not in the mood for that yet. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I just don't have anything fun that I want to do that like motivates me to get through my work. Like, it's just bleh. And I feel bleh. And like if finals weren't next week, like I wouldn't even be stressing about it, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. Alright, I will see you guys later tonight. Good morning, guys. As you can probably tell from me rushing around, I'm running slightly later than normal, but it is Friday. I didn't end up talking to you guys any last night because I didn't end up doing anything, sadly. So today we really have to make it count. Like, really have to make it count. So after I get out of class, I'm planning on going either to the library or Barnes & Noble's. Probably Barnes & Noble's because they at least have better food options. So yeah. Alright, let's go. Bye, Callie. Lights off. What? The lights off. Alexa, lights off. Alexa, lights off. Okay. Why did my Alexa literally buffer? Goodbye. You're bitter and alone. I'm gonna pop in a waffle in the little oven toaster and see you guys once I'm parked. Let the record show. Let me turn on a little light for you guys. Let the record show. Anytime I leave late, I get here, maybe because it's Friday, it looked like it was gonna rain, parks galore, and it took me 5 minutes to get here. Okay, I'm gonna turn this light back off because now people are pulling in. I don't know, but like let me leave like at 8 o'clock. It'll take me the same, like I would still get here by like 8:20 if I left at 8 o'clock, but I literally left my house at like 8:10. So it took me 10 minutes, but like you get what I'm saying. Anyways, I would like to sincerely apologize for my lack of studying these past 2 days. I really would. But hey, this is the way that life goes sometimes. You don't want to study, and I think I just needed a break. So yeah. Anyways, I am going to study today. It's Friday. We have a quiz due today. My plan is to go to class, obviously. Leave. I don't think I want to go. I don't know. Should I go to the library? What are their hours? I think I might just go to Barnes. I don't know. I have a really good park today. Like, I'm parked, like, where there's kind of, like, a median. So, like, no one can park, like, too close on the side of me. I guess they could, but, like, there's a whole median. Like, they shouldn't need to. Let's see what the library hours are. But I kind of want to go to Barnes, but, like, sometimes I bribe myself with going to Barnes. Because I'm like, oh, if you study, you can get a book. But there's no books that I need. And I haven't even been reading, which is really sad. Which is probably why I just feel like life is just... They're open today till 9 p.m. Maybe I'll go. But I really want Starbucks. There's Starbucks here. Anyways, yeah. I don't know. I'll either go to the library here or I'll go to Barnes and do work for a long time. Like, I probably won't go home until, like, maybe 2 or 3 is the goal. I'm going to sit here for the next few minutes and just live life, breathe air, scroll on my phone. And yeah, I'll let you guys know how much work I end up getting done. I'll probably try to record me doing some stuff, but I don't really feel as awkward at Barnes & Noble's, but definitely like in the library. If I can get a good seat, then I'll record, but if not, who knows? I just feel so awful that I haven't done any work, but like I genuinely could not. Okay, someone just pulled up beside me, as you can kind of see. I'm gonna go. Bye. have to keep this little conversation short because it's literally 2:30 and the only things that I've consumed today was a waffle, a granola bar, and a croissant. None of those qualify as meals or healthy snacks. And what I'm about to eat is not healthy either, but at least it's a meal. I got some hibachi. And I'm so excited to eat it. I'm so proud of myself. I went to the library today because, you know, I've just been in a little funk, which you guys know, with studying. And I know that when I get into these funks, I have to go places to study because sometimes it's not the fact that I am burned out or like don't want to study. It's the fact that like I'm in my room, I'm in my house. Why would I study when I could like do literally anything else? So I went to the library today after class, studied my chapter 26 homework, finished watching a lecture, took the quiz, and I made a 100. I normally don't tell my grades, but I have to say, because this is I'm not even bragging, this is the first 100 I've gotten on a quiz. Now, have I come close to some? Yes. Have I gotten A's? Yes. But like first 100? So we have another quiz due on on Monday. So I think I'm going to follow the same kind of plan that I did, which is try to get my homework done over the weekend and watch the lectures and stuff, and then take my quiz, like go to the library and study afterwards. This upcoming week is going to be literally so hard because we have 2 exams the following week. We have our last exam, so exam 3, and then we have our final. So I think I'm going to end the vlog here and probably pick it back up tomorrow morning. It'll be the start of like the next week. So thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me this week. Sorry, you know, for the bad vibes. It was like, honestly, this week kind of felt like 50 shades of emotions, okay? Because I would wake up feeling great, and then something would happen, and I'd just wake, and then I just nasty. Some days I would wake up feeling nasty, then as I progressed through the day, I would end up feeling better. But yeah, I hope that I can hold on to these good vibes and work hard tomorrow over the weekend. So stay tuned for that vlog. Thank you so much for watching. And I will literally see you guys tomorrow. But for you guys, I'll see you in the next vlog. Bye!